The turtle had an appendectomy and a died during surgery, Arthur!
No! Why did little Arabonsa have to die? He was so young!
Things within the Volupide's marriage only got worse from there. After going through the death of Arabonsa, the family turtle, the Volupides decided that they needed to move on, and then they had a beautiful little baby boy named Percy. Sadly, though, baby Percy died of consumption, and it tore Arthur and Queenie even further apart in their quest to save their marriage. When they were driving home from the party one night, Arthur and Queenie were pulled out of the car, and Arthur was stabbed in the elbow and the abdomen like Chris Copeland. Law enforcement was never able to find the assailant. Mr. Volupide had to undergo multiple surgeries to fix the damage done to his elbow and abdomen, organs, and muscles. Santiago, the family doctor, wanted his money, and the medical bills became too much for the family to pay for, and soon they became neck-deep in debt. Arthur and Queenie regularly argued about money.
We are spending absurd amounts of money on new staircase railings, Queenie. If you would stop leaning against them at our extravagant parties, we wouldn't have to replace them so often.
Well, maybe if you didn't host so many parties, I wouldn't have to act cool around all your friends.
None of this would have happened if you just didn't have a higher self-esteem.
With that comment, Queenie picked up a potted plant next to her and threw it at high speed towards Arthur. Pieces of ceramic littered the floor. Arthur feared for his life after the near-death experience and traveled downtown to get a hotel room for the night. As Arthur drove in his new Model T Ford, hunched over in pain from the mental stress of the recent events, and the fresh wounds from his most recent injury, he thought of a way to end his marriage. He would murder his wife.
Hello! Welcome to Hope Logan's bed and breakfast. May I leave you to your room?
And with that, Arthur was led to his room.
Our facilities are very nice. I think you'd find them appealing.
I know.
This is your room.
Thank you, sir.
As he sat on the fresh sheets of his bed in his fine suite, he began to map out the murder in his head and decided that he would take her parachuting that Saturday and would cut her parachute. He envisioned Queenie jumping out of the plane, excited to be on her first skydiving trip with her husband. Then when she realized that her parachute wasn't working, she would fall to her death, screaming like James Murray. He maniacally laughed until security was called and came to his door to tell him to tone it down.
I need you to calm down right now. Oh yeah, by the way, Chauncey says what's up.
Arthur arrived home the next day.
Is anybody home? She must have gone off to work.
Since his wife was gone, who would never allow him to cook since she hated his style of cooking, as she said, he decided to make himself a bite to eat, maybe invent a new type of cake. So he first got out the plain chocolate cake mix and started the beginnings of his new flavored cake. Next, he added some spicy hot curry. He added some of his favorite Russian vodka for that little kick he always liked in cakes. He put his cake into the oven for 30 minutes at 900 degrees, so it came out like a crispy chicken. Nom nom nom!
This is delicious!
He thought. He then had a glass of his favorite alcoholic beverage, the Homeless Q. It consisted of 95% rubbing alcohol and 5% vodka.
For flavor.
Oh God, what is that putrid smell?
It's my new cake. I call it the Brian Michael Quinn Special, named after one of my old friends from Staten Island. Would you like a bite?
I think it's so good, I guess I'll try it.
Oh yes.
This is scrumptious.
The two Volupides had finally shared a happy moment together, since the first time what they felt like the Pleistocene era. They had a great night together and laughed lovingly at everything the other person had said. But then Friday rolled around, and Arthur had become seriously dehydrated after spending a whole day in the blistering heat on the new garden they had started.
Hey, Arthur. Would you like some water?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Oh, come on, Arthur. You know you want some water.
I'm telling you, I'm fine.
Stop yelling at me and just give me hydration. Ugh. I'm leaving now, Arthur. Don't call if you need anything.
Arthur drank heavily that night and decided to make one final Brian Michael Quinn special. He grabbed the plain chocolate cake mix. He then got the spicy hot curry and put it in the cake as filling. But then he couldn't find the vanilla frosting. Since he was so impaired from his blood alcohol level being 3 times higher than the legal driving limit, he thought that some would be in the upstairs bathroom. He then ran up the stairs in a drunken haze. There he found what he thought was the vanilla frosting, but in actuality, it was the Sal Vulcano toothpaste. As he was rushing downstairs to finish his Brian Michael Quinn special, he fell down the stairs. Queenie arrived home to find her husband dead on the ground.
Arthur! Where is he?
Scary story.